Thanks to all the subscribers. Please like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. According to the government, Laron Spicer, also known as Face, is a leader of the Nine-Trey Gangsters, also known as the Bugout Boyz, a set of the Bloods gang in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. A grand jury in the Eastern District of New York handed down a superseding indictment charging Spicer with gang-related crimes stemming from his alleged membership in the Nine-Trey Gangsters. The government alleges the gang operated between approximately 1994 and 2010 in the Crown Heights neighborhood of Brooklyn. Laron Spicer, also known as Face, has been charged under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, with being members of an enterprise that engaged in narcotics trafficking, acts of violence, murder, attempted murder, assault, and firearms violations. In 2010, an investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the New York City Police Department led to the indictment and arrest of Spicer and 11 of the gang's members and associates on charges including racketeering, drug distribution, murder, and attempted murder. Among other acts, Spicer was charged with 4 non-fatal shootings in the 2008 murder of rival drug dealer William Singletary, who had set up a competing drug operation in the gang's territory. During the period charged in the indictment, Spicer was arrested 30 times by New York City police officers and was convicted of, among other offenses, illegal gun possession on 5 occasions and witness tampering for threatening to kill a police officer who was testifying against him at a state court proceeding. On December 19, 2013, Spicer pled guilty to federal charges of racketeering, narcotics distribution, conspiracy, and ordering the murder of Singletary. During his trial, the federal prosecutors wanted a sequestered jury, which is an anonymous jury, and of particular concern to prosecutors, Mr. Spicer has a prior conviction for witness tampering, once threatening to kill a police officer in a hallway of State Supreme Court in Brooklyn. During an encounter with an officer, the officer asked Spicer, "Are you going to kill me?" Prosecutors wrote in their motion for sequestering the jury. Spicer replied, "I'll have someone else do it for me." And while Mr. Spicer has been held pending trial, he is accused of ordering the beating of a co-defendant because of suspicions that he had been cooperating with the authorities, prosecutors said. Federal Judge Sterling Johnson Jr. rejected the request by prosecutors to sequester the jury, anonymous. Citing budget cuts, Judge Sterling stated, "The court must also be mindful of today's economic climate, forced cuts to the bone, but that for the judiciary, sequestration has forced cuts to the marrow." Spicer was found guilty and was sentenced to a 30-year prison term for his set's control of illegal activity on Sterling Place between Buffalo and Rochester Avenues for over 12 years. Throughout the period of Spicer's leadership of the set, Sterling Place was wild. Gang-related drive-by shootings, regular gunfire, slashings, and drug dealing. As the set's primary enforcer, Spicer was responsible for numerous acts of violence, including shootings and slashings, and held neighborhood residents in fear of violent retribution for questioning his authority or cooperating with law enforcement. Laron Spicer, aka Face, is currently at USP Lee, a high-security U.S. penitentiary with an adjacent minimum security satellite camp. His release date is June 30th, 2039. Although there are convictions in this matter, I must stress that an indictment is not evidence of guilt. Charges are only allegations, and each defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings.